Welcome to Seven Trumpets Prepper. Guys, welcome to another edition of Off the Prepper's Bookshelf. What you see before you is the third edition of Joel Skousen's Strategic Relocation. I use this book a lot in my travels across the country, and I also use it to help customers that, whether I'm consulting for them for off-grid, their own projects that we go out to look at and help them get their own work done, or whether we're doing the work for them. It's something I always look at because also my friend Kevin O'Brien, who sells real estate here in Tennessee, a lot of people that's purchasing real estate around the world, they always have questions. This is the book I refer people to. All right, and link to Joel Skousen's website is below in the video description. But long and short of it, pretty much the first part of the book just details out pretty much places around the world. For example, Central America's my second favorite place to go outside the U.S. if I was going to leave. And so anyway, here is, you can see here, for example, Costa Rica, and then it goes on in. Now, it goes into talking about natural disasters, nuclear war, things like that, and I'll get into that here in just a second. For example, right here's primary military targets, and now it actually has states broke down and mapped out and everything, which I'll get to that here in just a second. Joel also, for example, this is a good example right here about bugging out. And to be mindful of maps, do not take most direct routes. I mean, there's just it is ridiculous how redundant the information is in this. And when I say ridiculous, I mean in a good way. Like it is one of the most well thought out books I have ever read. And so anyway, he gives the analysis of each state and stuff. Like, for example, this right now is talking about Canada in this particular spot. But right here, here's some of the maps, like I was explaining right here, and you can see here strategic locations of strikes and so on. But I'm going to get over here. I'm going to show you my state, for example, because I keep up with Joel Skousen's work pretty heavy duty, not as much as I'm sure other people does. But for example, Tennessee, I noticed, used to be one of the highest ranked states in the southeast, and now we've been downgraded because we used to be, I think it was 3.5 stars, and because of some junk that's went on in our state, especially with politicians. I'm sure that's why Joel has downgraded us to 3 stars. And so anyway, it goes down, it breaks down things like population density, cost of living, private land availability, building permits, land and urban planning, food production, health, environment, traffic, politics, taxes, corruption, crime, personal liberty, gun liberty, alternative medicine, homeschooling, and then, of course, military targets, which actually on here there should be a couple added. Yeah, right there, Sequoia and Watts Bar, because we have nuclear power production plants in Tennessee, something I'm not too keen and happy about. And like right here, I'll skip over, in the back is the color-coded of each state, and I'm almost over to Tennessee. Alright, so right here, for example, and now in relation, this is the region where I live, and I don't mind saying that because I have somewhere else that I'm going anyway when stuff hits the fan. But like right here, these nuclear targets, I mean these are definitely going to be, right here, these are primary targets, okay? So prevailing winds, will bring that stuff this way. So just things like that you want to keep in mind. And Joel's book, he goes into so much detail on all this stuff. And like I said, natural disasters, nuclear war, economics. He's plugged everything in that you could just about think of. And that way, if, you're looking to move, everything about where you're going to the best that you pretty much can on a research perspective. So anyways, guys, there's the book, Strategic Relocation by Joel Skousen. Great book. Check it out. Till we see you again here at Seven Trumpets Prepper channel, I hope you have a most blessed day in Yahushua name.